Hello, I'm Francesca, and this is a video about Mars going direct and Venus going retrograde. So, welcome if you are new. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. It was interesting because I felt very guided to record something around this. And normally I just kind of include these tidbits in my either weekly or monthly videos. So I was like, okay, I'll do as I feel pulsed to do, listening to my intuition. And I was sitting having my coffee outside for a little bit, and a big pregnant robin just flew in under the overhang and stopped within probably a foot and a half of me. And I was like, oh, and I think the bird was like, oh, when she realized how close she was. And I was like, oh, that's very fascinating because I felt guided to record today. And so I was, sitting there kind of getting in a meditative state. Along comes this robin, and the robin can mean many different things, but I always interpret the robin to be a symbol of new beginnings, of hope. And also good luck, of course. I interpret everything as good luck, which there are worse ways to be, right? So take that as it resonates for you, but I thought that was a very auspicious sign as I sat there kind of getting centered as to what to share with you in this video. So without further ado, Mars is in retrograde and goes direct February 23rd, so very soon, or it may already be direct when you see this video. Trust the timing, which is good. Now, anytime a planet goes retrograde, there's always like the shadow phase a little bit before, a little bit after. So it may not feel completely solidified on the 23rd, but by the end of the month, for sure, you should kind of feel like a little more stability. I don't even know if that's the right word, but like I'm feeling like more grounded or more solid in where you stand. Retrogrades are always an opportunity to turn inward, right? So for us, it looks like the planet, is going backwards. So it's a time to reflect, a lot of introspection, different themes related to the planets that are in retrograde are going to come up for us to revisit. And that's a good thing because we are always growing and evolving, right? We are on this journey of evolution. And so when Mars goes direct, there should be this maybe a heightened sense of more courage, assertiveness, motivation, action, desire. Those are all things that qualities that Mars rules. And so maybe, especially with regard to taking action. So maybe you feel now pulsed, okay, this idea I've been ruminating on. Now I'm going to move forward with it. Excellent. Awesome. And so Mars is only direct for a little bit before Venus herself goes retrograde. And Venus is retrograde March 1st through April 12th. And Venus rules all things love, relationships, money, and what we value. And so this is a fabulous time for, once again, patterns related to those things, or as some people might refer to, maybe like old wounds. Um, However it resonates for you, take it, you know, and leave the rest. Trust yourself. So during this retrograde, the first part will be in Aries, which whoo, that's can be a little spicy, a little extra punch to it, but then shifts into Pisces for the last part of the retrograde. So you'll be moving from like fire into water, a little more emotional. Things will probably like calm down, but the first part may seem a little like, oh. And what's interesting to me is a lot of times on our journey, we want to avoid looking at those things that perhaps we feel hurt or grief around. And now we have like the renewed courage from Mars going direct. And so the invitation here is to use that courage to really evaluate just in general what you really value. So you have this renewed courage from Mars going direct, then you have the Venus retrograde. So now you have like this heightened, amplified courage to look at those things that perhaps any old relationship patterns or maybe patterns around money that you may want to shift and let go of. And so a lot of the time, a lot of spiritual work is the letting go. It's cranking up the courage to face those fears. And in the past, we may have needed those fears. Like there's no judgment. Those fears were needed at a time for where we were in that time and space. And now you are in a different time and space. So what are you ready and able to let go of? What are you ready to shift and transform? So that when Venus goes direct April 12th, then you can really move forward. So you'll have this hopefully better understanding of what you truly value. And also during like the Venus retrograde, as things may come up for you to take another look at, to process, it can be an opportunity for a deeper heart, we'll say maybe recalibration, recalibrating, aligning to what you value, what you love. And so, um, as I always say, there's never any coincidence that we had the Mars retrograde quickly followed by Venus retrograde. And so it's all just an invitation, right? How to use these energies for your highest good and greatest happiness. And as with most of my videos, almost all my videos, I was guided to pull some cards. And so originally I was like, oh, I'll just pull one card, but then two more cards jumped out. And so I just asked for any insights, support, like what information or what support would serve the highest good for the transition of these retrogrades as needed. So the first card that popped out was Jovial in Celebration, which I love, love, love. And I just think that speaks to there's really going to be this renewed, I don't even know the right word, and it may not even be sufficient, but like by May 1st, there's really going to be this whole new recalibration. And that's excellent to celebrate, looking at what you have let go of and where you are going. Because once again, Mars is action. So it's going to be time to take off. Then the next card, interestingly enough, was also Jovial, but with adventure. And so once again, we have that action. We have the Mars direct adventure. What's the new adventure? Where is your heart leading you by the end of this Venus retrograde? And then the third card that jumped out was Michael and Boldness, which, hello, Mars, assertiveness, boldness, courage. It's there's never any coincidences. It's always synchronicity. So absolutely beautiful. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you enjoyed this little insight, I try to keep it short, but I know that I've probably talked way too much. Anyway, if you enjoy this, made it to the end, leave a little bird emoji in the comments or a heart or a planet as you so desire. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It is deeply appreciated. If you enjoyed it and you're not a subscriber yet, it would really help my channel out if you click subscribe, hit that notification bell, help share with your friends, spread the love vibes around the world. And until next time, more love vibes to come. Ciao.